my method for getting things done this week. Hello, happy week, happy Monday. It's episode 236 of the Marketing for Owners podcast with this bloke, John Butt. Yes, that's really my name. It's not so funny in England where I come from. That's why I've got a funny accent. This is the Marketing for Owners podcast. You can find it on iTunes, you can find it on Stitcher, on SoundCloud, or at the website marketingforowners.com/podcast. Every single episode. In fact, the notes for this one will be stick on the end the number / and the number 236, and you'll get the video, the MP3, the links, all the notes, everything I say. It's all there, along with all the others that I've ever done. Obviously, the other 235. Anyway, so my week. Why should you be interested in what I'm trying to get done this week? Well, let me tell you. Because we, as business owners, marketing people, we have a lot to do. We have a lot of projects, we have a lot on. How do we get it all done? Well, I've been spending years and years. See the grey hair? Sorry, those of you who are listening on iTunes, assume I've got grey hair, which I have. But the grey hair comes from years and years of doing this stuff, and I have learnt from the best. It's a continual process. Every single week, I'm looking at ways to get stuff done. I have too much to do, and I want to get it done. Now, I do actually complete things, I do get things done, but I get distracted, I procrastinate. Everything, the world goes on around me. I do things I shouldn't be doing that others should be doing, etc., etc. And of course, in a minute, I'm going out to a movie when I should be possibly doing some other work and all that kind of stuff. So to make myself more efficient. So this Monday, how I do it. First of all, I have in any given quarter, 3 months, and my quarters run in calendars, so we're October, November, December is the last quarter of the year. I will have probably 3 projects, what I call major projects, major tasks that I want to complete. Those will be tasks that move the business forward and create money. That's how I define it. In the old days, I would have had 10 tasks those 3 months and think, well, I'll just gradually get through them. But now 3. 1 a month. I think if I get 12 major projects done a year, it'll be good. So those are on there. Now, so I don't forget about other things, I'll probably have a waiting list. That's not on my to-do list, okay? So it doesn't blind me, it doesn't make me feel overwhelmed. So I have 3 things. Those 3 things are broken down into the constituent parts. So let me think, for example, so creating the Marketing 101 course, which is a free course we're doing, which is about 17 or 20 days free course. There's a lot to it. So what we do is, I will break it down. First task is to list out the modules. The second task is to break down the number of videos. The third task is to jot down the bullets the bullet points that will make the content for each one. Another task, create the images for the slides. Another one is record the audio for each one. And then another one. And do you see these? So these become the to-dos. And that's how it works. And then I go on and add these to my to-do list, but I keep them on my to-do waiting list, because if I put them all there, I'd think, gosh, that's a lot. Now, on the Monday, on the morning, I will find 2, in fact, I've probably done this on the Sunday, but I will pick 2 of those and I will put them on my to-do list. And there are 2 things I need to get done on Monday, and I'll be happy. When I've done those 2, hopefully by lunchtime, if I want to do something else, great. If I want to look at my emails or get on with all the other things I'm not supposed to be doing, checking up social media, thinking, oh, I wonder if anyone sent me a DM in Twitter that I missed, all that kind of stuff, then I'll do it. But I've got 2 things done. Tomorrow, I'll do 2 more. And you see, so over the week, I will have done 10 tasks. And and I may have actually got that thing finished. There may be a case where some of it has to be outsourced, in which case I'll have one of those. Remember, I had 3 major projects. I'll have one of the others, or both the others, broken up into their constituent parts. Those little parts will be on the waiting list. They'll be brought onto the to-do list. And that's how I'm working to not get overwhelmed with to-dos. It works. Now, if I get better and better at this, perhaps I'll have 3 things on the list. Yeah, you see how this goes? And when I work on the day, I work in batches. So I use Focus at Will as a distraction thing, focusatwill.com. And that plays classical music normally for me. Or there's another tool that I'll mention tomorrow in Tuesday's Toolbox that does something else. And there's free versions of these. I will then use a timer in Chrome, which is free. It's called Moosti. It's moosti.com, and it follows the Pomodoro technique. Look it up, it explains it. But I work in 37 minutes, 5-minute gap, 37 minutes, 15-minute gap, yeah, and 37 minutes, 5, 15, and so on. And then I get stuff done. And I have the music playing, so it takes out distractions. I do not look at emails. I've turned off notifications. I don't have, my phone is off. I'm not looking at it. Yeah, see how this works? And that works for me. Now, of course, some of you may think, that's a bit boring. But hey, it's up to you. If you've got projects that need to be done, this is how I do it. I've tried everything. And eventually, by the way, I will get bored with this and I'll mix it up a bit and change it. But the same basic process is there. I've learned this from the experts, from fantastic people. I've tried what they recommend, and I've tweaked it and tested it to see what works for me. I recommend you do the same. Now, you know it's Monday, because I said at the beginning, and because you looked at your calendar, but also it's time for a book for the week. Today, I'm pretty sure this guy's been on before, but it's called Talk Like TED. Now, this is by Carmine Gallo. He wrote The Presentation Secrets of Steve Jobs, and where he analysed what Steve Jobs does and breaks it down to explain how everyone else can learn. Steve Jobs was hopeless at the beginning. He learned to be good on stage presenting. So he analyses what he does and teaches us how we can be like that. Now, TED Talks, TED, if you don't know what a TED Talk is, just Google TED Talks. Fantastic. Unbelievable. But they are world leaders, world experts. They get 18 minutes. 18 minutes to deliver a talk that people will watch millions of times. Someone like Ken Robinson, who's an British teacher, his is the top watched one, I don't know, 20 odd, 30 odd million views. Absolutely incredible. And other people's, there's people like Joel Osteen will have done it, Bill Gates has done it, all sorts. Fantastic. But he analyzes the top ones, what makes them a great presentation, and then teaches us how to do it. So if you've got to teach, you've got to present in front of a class, or if you've got to present a sales pitch to somebody, or make a YouTube video, or make a podcast. Oh, maybe I should have read it before I did this one. It is a great book. I actually really enjoyed it. It really is a good book. He's got an extremely good way of teaching it. But anyway, if you want to get that book for free, by the way, go to marketingforowners.com/free book, and there's a way of getting that for free on me, at my expense, brand new from Amazon, delivered anywhere in the world. Go see how to do it. You'd be surprised. See you tomorrow.